Yo, what is up? This is another part to the What If Naruto Was the Ghost Rider series. Now, basically, last time we left off with Naruto just kind of being fucked over again. Now, since he was fucked over to such a high degree, once again, he actually decided that he doesn't want to be on a team anymore. He doesn't want to have any connections with anyone. He's done with this whole fucking village. Why would they betray me? Why are they always after me? Is what he's thinking. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, Naruto walks in. It's the day of the tuning exams for, well, one of the days, which would be the testing exam. Now, as he walks in, there's of course the introduction where they meet everyone else. Everyone sees him walk up by himself. And at first, some people are like, oh, cocky, because they don't know everything about him, because they're from different villages. But when they actually feel his presence and see his face, because his complete already scary aura and demeanor has multiplied, he's done with everything. He will kill a person in an instant. Now, if the person's innocent, of course not. He still has the whole, he's going to rid the world of sinners view. Now, as he walks in, of course, Aiko's gonna run up and be like, "Oh, Naruto, um, are you sure you don't want to be on our team?" Naruto just completely, he doesn't ignore her, he acknowledges her. He says, "I'm positive. And honestly, seems you guys already found a replacement pretty damn quickly. Now, the replacement is Sakura." Now, Aiko just sighs. She's like, that girl, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't know anything. How did she even become a Genin? Now, Naruto doesn't really give a fuck. He's like, I don't know. We'll make it work. And then he walks off doing his own thing. Aiko's like a little depressed. She's like, damn, fucking missed my chance. So now the actual exam is going to be where they kind of do the writing exam portion. Naruto is, he's not stupid. He had nothing better to do other than study and learn shit like that. So he's pretty capable when it comes down to trajectory and shit like that. Because again, he has to use chains after all the time. So his trajectory control is top notch. So now he moves on. He basically easily aces that. To actually, in a standing point of view, the guy looks at the test and he's like, not one wrong. That guy is scary. I don't know what that kid is, but he's a beast. So it continues on where it's now moved on to the second portion of the exam, which is, of course, the forest. Everyone else goes first, and Naruto goes in last. As he goes in, he, of course, keeps to himself because he's by himself. He's running around using his chains to his advantage to actually run from the trees, and he's keeping in the trees to keep a cover. Now, I believe it was a Earth Scroll and a Heaven Scroll, if I'm not wrong. I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't done it in this kind of detail in a while, so please do excuse it if I get it wrong. Now, he does have an Earth Scroll, and he's looking for a Heaven Scroll, I do believe. And he's going to come across and see Gaara. He sees Gaara and his two teammates, of course, which are, Temari and Kankuro. Those three are basically killing people. Now, Kiba and them are watching as well, Hinata and all that shit. And they're watching from the outside. It was like that one scene where they saw what they did and how they just destroyed someone right then and there. Naruto sees this from up above. And it ticks him off. Actually, it doesn't really tick him off. It excites him. I can rid the world of another sinner. One not even justified in killing as myself. Now, some people will be like, oh, well, he has to kill himself because, he's a sinner. He's sinning by killing. Well, that's not. He's the harbinger of death. He's literally going across. He's the one killing the sinners. So, I guess he gets a pass. Plus, he's from hell, so he doesn't give a fuck. So, he goes down, and, he just drops down completely. Gaara looks up and he's like, I didn't sense him. But he wonders and he asks quickly, who are you? Oh, well, I'm Naruto. And I'm gonna inform you now. Today's your last, this is about to be your last breath. Gaara just kind of scoffs. Ha, we'll see about that. You talk big, but can you back it up? Now, as he was talking, a hand was coming up behind and trying to squeeze, kind of trying to do the sand coffin towards Naruto. Now, it does encase Naruto, and he squeezes his hand trying to actually destroy him. Now, he thinks he did it. But now, Naruto powered up to such a great extent, like he actually transformed into the Ghost Rider, because it came down to a life or death situation right then and there. And now, just obliterated all the sand, incinerating it. Guard jumps back. He's completely in shock. What? What is this? Naruto rushes forward, grabs Gaara by his face, and then he starts to just stare at him. He's not using I should refer to him as Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is not using the pendant stare. He's just scaring the shit out of Gaara. Now, he has a read on Gaara. He does know that, basically, it's more or less the fact that it's the tailed beast that gave him the whole hard life, but he doesn't care about that. He still was doing evil shit. And before he could incinerate Gaara, Tamari and them are they're scared shitless, but they don't want to leave their brother out to die. So Tamari starts throwing wind blade fans at him, and he's just completely just turns his attention towards Tamari, rushes forward, and cuts her in half. Now he cuts her in half with his one hand, and as he cuts with just how much flame he had in it, and he incinerates it from the edge where he cut it. So her entire body's gone. Konkuro's just scared shitless, but he's filled with a blind rage because of what just happened. As is Gaara. Gaara just saw someone who tried defending him ultimately die. Now Naruto takes care of Konkuro real quick and easy too. Just straight impaling through the chest and he's dead. Now, as for Gaara, he completely goes and lets go. He lets out a roar of anger and Shikaku just flares up. Now Naruto sees this. Well, Ghost Rider sees this, and he's not even affected. He summons, of course, a motorcycle and just starts riding up. As he starts riding up, he uses the chains to pull him to the side and start dodging Shikaku's arms. Start dodging the sand that Shikaku's controlling. He's easily able to outburn him. He's going extremely fast and gets all the way up to Shikaku's head. And instead of attacking entirely, what would be Gaara, he just burns the entirety of Shikaku's body, all the way down to where the Hellfire is burning it so fast the regenerative factor won't work. He grabs Gaara by his throat, and then of course, does his speech about look into my eyes and shit like that, and has him see all the shit he's done, all the people he's killed, all the sins he's committed, and he's done. But that's not it. Here's a scream. He feels the terror. He feels another sinner. Now, in order for this to work, I have to switch over to another perspective real quick. Now, this is Aiko's perspective. She's, of course, with Sasuke and Sakura. She's bored out of her mind, Sasuke being a fag that just doesn't talk, and she's not really interested in him, and Sakura just simping over Sasuke all the time. Now, she's tried getting on Aiko's good side. She's like, yeah, Naruto's such a fag, huh? Yeah, basically, she doesn't fuck with that, especially since she has feelings for him. Now, they're going to get basically attacked by Orochimaru. Same thing's going to go down. And Sasuke's going to get the curse mark. But she's more well prepared than Naruto was in the actual canon. So she was able to push him off, but she did receive damage and she was actually strained. So it ended up being almost the same exact position. She's knocked out cold, as is Sasuke. And Sakura is the last one taking care of him. Now, one moment. Sorry, I had to take care of a quick interruption. Now, basically, they're more or less gonna still bring in the whole there's gonna be how Rock Lee came and he was like, "Oh, Sakura, I confess my love for you. I'll always protect you with my undying love," and all that shit. That's gonna go down. He's gonna get his ass beat, and instead of Sasuke just getting up and destroying everyone, it actually came down to Naruto coming in his Ghost Rider form. They hear something, a loud roar. Now, this roar is, of course, the engine of the motorcycle. Now, Aiko remembers this. It's a vivid memory from when she was with him in the Zabuza arc. He roars in. Trees are being burnt down, sent flying, and then there he is, just standing there, looking at all of the attackers. Now they're scared shitless. They see this like, yo, what the fuck? Before one of them could even speak, it was the cocky one. Before he could even speak, which he was about to say some cocky shit, he got incinerated. Just by a flick. He came up so fast he just flicked him, and the flames just spread all over the body, burning him entirely with the hellfire. Now, they all are on guard and they're trying to get out of there, but not like Ghost Rider's not gonna let that happen. He uses the chains to pull him back. And Sakura is scared shitless. She's watching this. She's like, whoa, what the fuck? So's Rock Lee. And they see this as they're just getting destroyed morbidly. Being burned. They're screaming out. One even throws multiple, constantly throwing Zenbone. I think someone had one of those and had the air, in the hands. They was constantly using that to his advantage, trying to put out. But the air just strengthened the flames. And it was constantly just making Ghost Rider. He realized Ghost Rider can't be beat. They were all gonna die there, and they did. They died morbidly. Their screams. And actually, the flames are so damn powerful, they're spread and starting to burn down the entire forest. People are starting to run because of this. Naruto's never had less control of the Ghost Rider than this point in time. And that actually causes the Chunin and Jonin to actually come and try to take out Naruto because he's a threat now, which they already tried before. So they're all there and they're all surrounding Naruto. They got there in a matter really quick. They're all surrounding Naruto, trying to attack him. They don't even know who this is. They don't know who it is until they, of course, find out that it's from Aiko that it's Naruto. They're like, "Yo, that's Naruto? I knew that kid was a freak." Pisses her off, but she doesn't say shit. Now, they rush forward. Ghost Rider just immediately kind of does a twist with his two chains, incinerating the top 8 people in the front. Then he just goes and he bursts out in a whole bunch of flames, sending the entire forest up in flames using all hellfire. It goes up to about 20 meters high in the air. Anyone that was a sinner, anyone that is seen as guilty in his eyes, was incinerated. Now, at first, Aiko didn't notice this. She was like, because he actually powered down back to his normal self and gained control. She was like, What happened? Did you kill everyone? Why am I still alive?" He replied simply, without any really emotion towards her, just said, "Why, Ghost Rider didn't see you as guilty of any crimes or any sins, so you lived. Simple as that." Now, it's really nothing to blush about, but she can't help but blush. She's like, "Whoa, all right, bet that's dope." Now he sees the damage he's caused, and he's not conflicted whatsoever. He's like, "These fuckers deserved it. They're gonna get it one day. Fuckers put me through so much shit." Now, it comes down to it, and Sasuke's gonna end up, at the end of the day, he's gonna leave. Everyone's already saw what happened. The third Hokage's banished him practically. He can't kill him. He already knows that the third Hokage won't let him back in, and that's what he realizes. The third Hokage is gonna get rid of him. So he just goes to his house, and the third Hokage's right there, waiting for him. Now, he's prepared to fight if he has to, but Naruto just simply says, "Old man, if you don't want to die, you better check yourself. I'll be leaving. I don't care about this damn village. If you send anyone after me, they will die. It's as simple as that. I won't show mercy to people who never showed mercy to myself." Maybe if you guys actually thought about your actions at one point in time, we wouldn't be in this predicament. Now, the third Okage, faced with these facts, he's like, fine, you best be going. But he does have a deep-seated hatred for what Naruto just did. But he can't do anything. He'd get his shit fucked up by, like, Naruto. And Orochimaru is, like, he had no point in actually staying and fighting with the third Okage because, legitimately, Gaara's gone. There goes his distraction. So he just left. Now, of course, he's going to leave. But guess who's going to tag along with him? Sasuke. Sasuke's going to go. He's going to be like, well, I want power. I just saw what Naruto could do because they all woke up. Like, well, what the fuck? I need to be able to compete with that. Which he never will be. Little does he know. So Naruto's going to leave. But the better part is, he has a motorcycle still. The Ghost Rider was actually left him. He was able to kind of figure out the ability to actually summon it in base form. And as long as he keeps it out by himself and he has control, it's fine. It won't even affect his like mental capabilities. He won't like his head won't start pounding or anything because it's a one-time thing, and he'll just rebuild it back up. It takes kind of energy just to banish it and summon it, and that's what can cause him to lose control. But other than that, nothing else. He gets on his motorcycle and he's preparing to leave, which he basically is subconsciously learned to ride due to the Ghost Rider. And that's when Aiko runs up behind. Naruto, don't leave. He just simply replies, I mean, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm already hated. I'll just end up burning down the entire village. Is that what you want? She's like, no, no, no. I meant to say, don't leave without me. He's like, what? She's like, yeah, I want to come. You know, you gotta let me come. Like, help a homie out. So, you know, he's like, well, you're never going to shut up about this. So I guess you could come. Now, he has, again, no emotional value towards her, but I guess he can put up with her shit more than other people's, especially since she's constantly, consistently trying. But he still doesn't have any love for her. Bro, she's just blooming that love. She's like desperately trying to be his friend. So he just takes off, and that's going to be where I leave off for this part. What will happen in the next part? You guys will have to find out. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Yeah, that's it.